All right. Well, it looks like it's just me and the wall again. As usual, as I deserve. I've been gone for a couple weeks. I am glad to be back. Real Comic Stacks, hello. I believe I alluded to potential hiatus a couple weeks ago. I had some buddies coming in town. If you guys remember, we were supposed to go on a Miami trip, and that fell through. So a couple of my friends decided to come to the Miami, the West Coast, being San Diego, where I live now, and we had a good time. I tried to do a live stream that Saturday, but long story short, it just did not happen. I was just reeling, knocked out at 6 p.m. California time. It just was not a good time to live stream. So anyway, I'm back. It's been a couple of weeks, not just because of that, but I also am in school. I'm in college, so I started classes this week, and when you got a paramedical microbiology class, it's kind of hard to to keep a balance, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're going to talk about today, just a little bit. Let me see. All good here? Okay. Yeah, we're all good to go. So the past couple weeks, as I said, I had a boys trip. My buddies came out here. It was a lot of fun. It's always good to for men and women to, you know, steel sharpen steel and all of that. Really have to be around each other, your comrades, brothers in arms, what have you, from time to time, just so that you can keep each other sharp, uplift each other. In my current situation in California, I really don't have too many friends or family that live out here. I mean, brother and a couple, you know, other family members, but other than that, I'm just kind of solo. So I do need that from time to time. So I was not, despite my ambitions, I was not able to keep up with the channel at that time. I'm just an all or nothing kind of guy. So I had to sacrifice that so that, you know, had to walk so somebody else could run. That's one thing. The second thing is that I started class. So I'm a nursing major, in case some of you guys didn't know. Just a nursing major with a love for many things, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. That's why I started the channel. And so I have this pretty heavy class. It's a paramedical microbiology class, and that's a mouthful. And we're talking about protozoa and pathogens and this and that, and I'm just like, geez Louise, man. How am I gonna balance this? You know what I mean? Yeah, comic. Life first, man. Let me know if you have a stream today. I'd love to tune in. I know usually it's on Saturdays around like 5 o'clock or something. I decided to do mine earlier. So anyway, life first, as you said, well said. And so I said, okay, let me step back for a week, reorient myself with my actual life and my schedule, and then I'll get to my alter egos, and then we could tend to those guys. So at the very least, I think I came up with something that will work for all of us. I will be doing one official video a week, not including a live stream. I believe that I can still do live streams on Saturdays. It's not really a problem, at least for 30 minutes. I can get on and chop it up with you guys. That would be cool. As for my regular videos, my series videos, 48 Laws of Power will always be done once a week. I'm having so much fun doing that. You know, that's something that I got to do once a week. I'm bowing out tonight, but I'm going to schedule it for next week. Awesome. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you gotta handle real life, man. Whether it's a little R&R or just you know, just stay away from me type stuff. So let's see. I'm going to be doing the live stream still on Saturdays, probably at 4 o'clock now, just because that's a little bit earlier. I realize that if I started at 6 West Coast time, a lot of people may be out on Saturday nights. It's probably 8, 9 o'clock where they are. Who knows? So I think it's a happy medium if I started just a couple of hours earlier in the afternoon my time. That's one. Two, I'm gonna do at least one video a week, possibly two. I have a couple of days off that will largely be devoted to studying, but I think that if I work smarter and not harder, that I can fit in 2 videos a week there. Now, another reason why I took some time away is because I wanted to refine some of my editing skills, some of my sound editing skills and some of my video editing skills. As I said, it's gonna go visual. I'm about to order my stuff, so the quality is gonna increase, but the quantity will slightly decrease, just because the product is gonna become a little bit more so. So thanks, man. I'm glad you love the writing. I'm glad you love the rules. I do everything myself. It's so funny. I don't know how you prepare for your videos, but when I prepare for my videos, I really don't do anything Star Wars. I put on some like classical music, some Copland, some Respighi, you know, some Beethoven, whatever, and then I'll go read like obviously the 48 Laws of Power or Marcus Aurelius or The Outsiders. Like, I don't know, I'll go read anything else other than Star Wars. I learned that from Dave Filoni, and I'm trying to employ some of those strategies. So the quality is going to increase, much increase, thus the decline in quantity. I'll still be pretty active on the Facebook channels and the Instagram channel, but on YouTube it's going to be probably about 1 to 2 times per week. And that's just so that I don't get overloaded. I've learned in my short time here on this earth that I am very much an all or nothing type of guy. And so if I burn myself out, I burn myself out. I ain't coming back. So I would like to mitigate that and not restrain myself, but I would like to keep constraints in my environment so that I can work at peak efficiency most of the time. So that being said, I truly have been unplugged from Star Wars the past 2 weeks. I've just been pretty much living a San Diego vacation. And now I think that vacation is over. School started back up. Raining now. Never rains in Southern California. I get it. But I mean, you guys know how this stuff goes. So yeah, that's really all that's been going on in my life. I wonder what's been going on with you guys the past couple of weeks. Any YouTube shenanigans, any stuff like that? How are you guys' families doing? How's your own channels going? I fit in any writing when I can. I'm the same way and have to balance job, family, channel. Yeah, that's real. That's real. It's interesting to me. I was under the impression that a lot of YouTubers, Star Wars YouTubers, were probably young single bachelors like me, but that's really not the case. To be honest, most of the people that I've met have kids, and they're probably a good 5 to 10 years my senior, which is really, really cool. And also, you guys are encouraging because I'm like, dude, these guys are, like you said, comics, balancing job, family, channel, and doing a bang up job. So I'm like, dude, okay, let me get in line and follow my peers. Freedom. Speaking of following to freedom, even though this doesn't really correlate, I'm gonna make it correlate anyway. I was rereading the Darth Vader comic, the most recent edition, 2017, they did with Lord Momin and his Mustafar castle, this and that. When he opened this gateway to the world between worlds, as we presume, he said that this was his destiny. In the original trilogy, Vader harps a lot on destiny. It is the only way. It is your destiny. Join me as father and son. Your destiny lies with the Emperor now. Now, I realize that Star Wars as a theme explores destiny a whole lot, but it's not usually really delved into explicitly. And I think the only person that really harps on it is Vader. So that's a video that I have in mind for the future. I'm going to have to do a lot of deep digging about that because I'm not sure if there's so much that's been said about it. Maybe you guys have a better answer than me. I'm working on Fixing Finn tonight, nice, and Be a Better You in 72 Hours featuring Ray. Oh, awesome. I'd be very curious to check that out. Yeah, the Vader comic has been good indeed. It has been good indeed. I really like, I mean, as far as I remember, Star Wars comics have been pretty solid all around. I mean, going years back. The only Star Wars series I can remember in recent memory that I didn't care for was Star Wars Legacy, that takes place 100 years after the time of Luke Skywalker. I didn't really care for that. I did like Darth Krayt, but Kate Skywalker I wasn't a fan of. Wasn't really a fan of the One Sith. I like Krayt himself, but One Sith I was kind of about. But the Star Wars Republic comics were great. Dark Times is my dad's favorite series. That was excellent. The art, excellent, excellent, excellent. Some of the best art I've seen in any comic. So, yeah, I really love what Marvel's doing. The writing has been great. Also curious that Lord Momin was not referred to as Darth Momin. But anyway, my mind jumps around a lot. So I'm definitely working on this Darth Vader Destiny theme. When did he start talking about Destiny? And more importantly, why was he so consumed with Destiny? And I was very interested in the Vader comic that it jumped into that a little bit. So that's something to look forward to in the future. Very curious to hear about your Be a Better You in 72 Hours featuring Ray. In these past couple of weeks away from the channel and away from Star Wars, it's been nice because I realized that I was stepping into a couple of echo chambers online, talking about some of these characters. And I was always at my best when I really wasn't talking to anybody, to be honest. So I got to sleep and really think and read and rewatch a couple of the movies with Ray. And I think people get frustrated with Ray and call her Mary Sue and this and that because a lot of us operate under the false impression that she's a Skywalker. So because we believe she has some kind of connection to the Skywalkers, familial connection, I mean, to the Skywalkers, we hold her to a certain set of standards. She's supposed to be a mechanic, an ace pilot, you know, this and that, as Luke and Anakin were before her. And when she doesn't follow that character footprint or character blueprint, I think it's been frustrating and disappointing. But if we didn't have those expectations on her for being a Skywalker, if you take away those expectations, Ray is a great character. I love Ray as a character. So that's something that I was thinking of when I was gone. And it was actually really nice. I really liked that thought process. So I, you know, it's just been good. It's been refreshing, stepping away. And I'm ready. And maybe that's something that I might do in the future, every couple of months or so. Maybe I'll step away for like 10 days, not think about anything Star Wars, and then come back with some fresh perspectives. So I mean, I don't know, something to think about. Agree, I heard someone actually say they didn't like the new characters because the internet told them not to. Can't imagine being that soft-minded. You know what? That is probably the most honest reasoning regarding that I've heard in quite some time. A lot of times, a lot of these dissertations and arguments that we get into, it is strictly internet based. But when you start to talk to people in real life one-on-one about it, and they step away from that echo chamber, you hear some real opinions, you know what I mean? So I am looking forward to more of that. I hope that this year can separate us from like the Last Jedi talk and this and that. I'm just ready to move forward. And I'm just ready to talk about Star Wars, that which I love, which is so yeah, man. But anyway, I just want to hop on and say hello. That I still have been thinking about you guys. I'm not dead. I'm, haven't given up or went to go live in the Gentleman Waste or anything like that. There will be a video up tomorrow. Tomorrow probably around noon. So I just want to say hello and may the force be with you all. I need to make my rounds on some of my favorite channels, The Real Comic Stacks, The Darksiders, all you guys. I really haven't touched YouTube at all. Not my Star Wars YouTube anyway. I've been on my personal YouTube where I follow like aquarium hobbyists and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm glad that you guys are still around. Glad you guys are still alive. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, The Black Mandalorian everywhere. May the force be with you guys, and I will see you later.